Right, we're finally on to the featured prelim. We've got Vilante against Collier at heavyweight. This is an interesting matchup. They've both coming on to the second fight at heavyweight. Both from very different backgrounds though. Collier, he's had 3 years off from his last fight at heavyweight. Then he came back in August this year, and that was his first fight. Whereas Vilante, he had a year off in between his light heavyweight fight and his heavyweight debut. So first, let's talk about Vilante. His stats will be coming up on the screen now. His last fight was against Maurice Green. He went in at a plus 200 underdog. So he started this fight off very patiently. I think he was a bit intimidated by the size and range of Maurice Green. Again, Maurice Green, you got, I think he's 6'7", I think 81, 82 inch reach. Very intimidating character, big, scary looking guy. A crochet king for some reason. I think he does knitting, which is interesting. Yeah, like I said, it's his first fight heavyweight as well, so I think he was finding his feet in the division. So the first round, you didn't get much out of him. The second round, he was picking it up a bit. His leg kicks are very impressive. It looks like he's hitting someone with a baseball bat. And even the size of Maurice Green, 255 pounds. He was wobbling left and right and he was getting hit with those leg kicks. So it really came to it in the third round. His coaches between the second and the third round, they basically told him, listen, you're down 2 rounds, you need to go for it. And boy did he go for it. Honestly, one of the sharpest knockdowns I've ever seen. Especially, it's always good to see a knockdown at heavyweight, just with the size of the people we're talking about. But he's landed very heavy ground and pound on that. And I think 9 out of 10 referees would have put a stop to it at that point. Now the ending of this fight was very strange to me. He gave up on the ground and pound and started trying to jostle for a bit of better position, trying to move to mount. Whereas Maurice Green had it's sort of an Ezekiel, sort of an arm triangle, and you didn't really see it coming. It looked like he was just holding him down to prevent the ground and pound, and then out of nowhere he got the Ezekiel choke, the arm triangle. Like I say, it was quite hard to see what it actually was. It didn't look like he had anything. Next thing you know, Vilante's tapping. But like I say, I think he should have won that fight. Like 9 out of 10 refs would have stopped it. So I don't really hold that loss against him going into this one. So next we're going to talk about Collier. Much different in his last fight. He got knocked out by Tom Aspinall in 45 seconds, and that was at Fight Island, so just back in August. It was on the Whittaker Till card, which is a fantastic card if anyone remembers. You had Gastelum, Hermansson, and Verdum, Gustafsson as well. It was a very good card. So basically 45-second knockout. He never looked like he was in it. Tom Aspinall is a very big rising star though. I mean, he'll be fighting ranked guys with him the next year, without a doubt. I think he's only 25, 26, which is very young for a heavyweight anyway. So the only fight I can really talk about is his one before that, which is against Marcel Fortuna, and that was back at light heavyweight, and that was in the summer of 2017. So a full 3 years in between that and his Aspinall fight. He looked fine in that one. I mean, he won a unanimous decision. It wasn't anything special. His striking's good. He had decent takedown defence. But I think so much has changed since then. He's taken 3 years off, and he's gone from a 205er, and he's cutting weight to make the heavyweight limit, and he doesn't look anywhere near what he used to do. I believe after the Fortuna fight, he did have a 10-month ban. I can't entirely remember what it's for, and I'm willing to be wrong on that, so don't hold me to it. But like I say, 3 years off's not good for anyone, I don't think. I remember what happened when Chael Sonnen came back against Tito Ortiz. That didn't go well for him. So, I do worry about Collier though, just with the way he looks. He doesn't look like a heavyweight. He looks like a bloke who can't be bothered cutting to make the weight he should. He's not got. He's 6'3". He's got 78.5-inch reach. He is a big guy. Again, he's same size as Vilante, but he just doesn't carry it very well. Vilante did weigh in a bit lighter in his last fight. He weighed in at 255. So there is that. So there's a 10. Well, I say a £10. It looked like Collier cut weight to make 264.5. So let's see how they match up and what I think is going to happen in this next fight. I think Vilante is going to come out, heavy leg kicks in the first round, few jabs, keep him at range, and then really go to work in the second round on him. Excuse me. I think it's going to be a stoppage win. We're looking at a knockout, I think, personally, in probably the second or third round. Tom Aspinall did put him out in the first round, and obviously Vilante will have watched that fight and will probably have picked something up from that, but he doesn't strike me as that sort of fighter who wants to rush things. So like I said, I think a patient first round and then a knockout either in round 2 or 3, and that's what I'm going to be going for on this one. It's at 21-20, so that's plus 105, and that's for the stoppage win. The decision win for him is at 10-3, and a plus for 333. And just for win in general, which I should have mentioned a bit earlier, is at 1-2 or minus 200. The odds for Collier I think are more than fair. He's at a plus 170, which I think is very generous for him. I'd probably place him at a plus 250, plus 270 sort of range. So 17-10 in the fractional for him. And then for him to win by stoppage is a plus 300, 3-1. And for him to win the decision is a plus 550, 11-2. And I think that's fair, reflecting that he doesn't look like he's got it in him to go the distance at the minute. Like I say, I can only see this fight going one way, and that's the Valente knockout, and that's what I'll be putting my money on. So, hope everyone's enjoyed this one. Like I say, I feel like the quality of my videos is improving a bit now. I'm getting a bit better at the editing. So, please feel free to like and subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbours, tell the bloke at the chippy, and don't forget to follow on Instagram. Hope everyone has a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow with the first 2 fights of the main card.